Hey everybody, this is Brother Paxton. We are up here at the Straits of Mackinac. Right to the side over here is the Mighty Mac, the bridge that takes Michiganders and tourists into Michigan's Upper Peninsula. We're catching the last weekend for reenactors at the fort. And so at Fort Michlimackinac, we're hoping we get some reenactors, and if we do, we are going to edit a clip together for television and share it with all of you in Traverse City who couldn't make it here today. Beautiful day. God bless you. We'll see you a little further on up the road.
What we're going to be actually showing you and talking about a little bit is some of the more advanced infantry tactics, some of the more advanced fighting techniques that the British military would have been using if they were ever called upon to fight in the wilderness. And keep in mind, historically, Michlimackinac is in the middle of the wilderness. It's still kind of not a whole lot. So the British military in the 1770s, as a result of the American Revolution, had kind of developed a whole new system of tactics. They had seen what had worked in their last conflict, the 7 Years' War during the 1750s and the 1760s. They had kind of seen what their native allies were doing, they had seen what the French were doing, and they sort of came up with this new system of tactics that relies not so much on big masses of men like you may think about when you imagine British soldiers fighting in the American Revolution. Although we can still do that, you will still see us all lined up shoulder to shoulder, all firing at the same time. But these two tactics that kind of came about at the end of the 1770s focus a lot more on individual action and a lot more on autonomy. So when we get outside, what you're going to see is us operating as a team, so as a big group, all firing at the same time, but also operating as more or less individuals, splitting up and actually using cover. So I'm going to fall back in with these guys, and we're actually going to march right out through the land gate there behind you. You're welcome. Step. 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 Hold to the right. Hold. Step. 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 Oh, what you're going to see is kind of a blend of different things that the British military was able to do by the end of the 1770s. So we're going to start off as a mass. We're all going to fire together, kind of in the very traditional and almost stereotypical formation of pretty much any military fighting in the 18th century. So we can all deliver a mass volley together. And again, if you could please just stay back on the grass, we will be shooting down that way. We don't want anybody to actually become part of the action. We want you to watch it, or rather become part of it. But then as we move down the field, we can actually extend our order. So we're going to open up the space between the files of men so we cover more ground. And that's really when we start to operate more, not necessarily as individuals, because it is always still pairs of men, but you'll notice that there will always be one soldier, the soldier in front, with his musket loaded and pointed down range, ready to fire, while the man behind him is loading his musket. Although a British soldier is expected to fire at least 3 times per minute with one of these things, that's still 20 seconds. So you always want to have somebody loaded up, covering a target, ready to fire, while the other man is loading. You'll also see us actually take cover. There's a command that comes into pretty common usage, again, as the 1770s go on, and it is simply to tree. So we're going to take cover. We're going to hide behind trees. We're going to use whatever natural features are available to us, so we're not just standing out there under constant fire. We're going to be using what's available, and there are actually very specific ways that you're supposed to stand behind that tree, peek around it, fire, and then step back. All this is pretty formalized, again, by the end of the 1770s. You'll also note that we are operating alongside John, one of our native men. War parties out here in the western Great Lakes are typically made up primarily of Native Americans. There are typically only a few soldiers operating with these things, but there might be hundreds, if not thousands, of Native men from a variety of different tribal groups from all around the Great Lakes, and they have their own style of fighting, which you'll see John demonstrating on the far end of the lines as well. Now, it should go without saying, but we're going to be shooting a lot, and it can be pretty loud. So you do probably want to cover your ears. Your fingertips usually work best as earplugs, so if you'd like to just make sure that those are inserted, I'll fall back in and we can get started. Desmond, take care. Prime and load.
So, you was there.
Yes, out. Shoulder over, file up. Hey, ready.
You was there.
Set.
You was there.
Fire. Shoulder over, file up. Take care. Quick march. Take care!
When we get further down, maybe we'll be so loud. Oh, that's cool. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's scary.
Hey, didn't we just meet that guy in the white shirt? This looks cool. Yes, we did.